A few weeks ago, we talked about the importance of prayer, how God wants to partner with us, that through our prayers, we release His will into the earth. But some of you who saw that video were probably saying, I am praying to release God's will into the earth, but my prayers aren't being answered. And that's a frustration that we've all had at one time or another. So how do we respond to unanswered prayer? Well, there's really two ways that we can respond. One is to listen to Satan's lies that he whispers into our hearts that say, he's not listening to you, he's abandoned you, he doesn't care, or he's punishing you. You see, it's Satan's job to erode our faith and trust in God. He wants to do anything to shrink our faith. But the other option is to do something that will build our faith and trust in God. To remember back to all the times that He did answer our prayers, that He did intervene when we thought it was hopeless. Because if He did it then, He can do it again. And that builds our faith and confidence and trust in God. Now remember, in the Old Testament, the children of Israel, whenever God did an amazing, miraculous intervention, they made a big pile of stones in memorial of that event. Now, why do you think God wanted them to do that? Well, there's really two reasons. One is to remember God's faithfulness and how He intervened when they thought it was hopeless. The second is to give them confidence that the next time they faced a crisis, they could depend on God to intervene on their behalf. So, are you facing a crisis now? Are you facing an insurmountable hurdle and God has not yet answered your prayers? Don't listen to Satan's whispers that he's trying to erode your faith. Instead, remember back. Has God answered your prayers in the past? Has He come through and intervened at times when you thought it was hopeless? Or has He answered prayers or intervened in the lives of people you know or people you've heard about? Because if God did it for them, or God did it for you in the past, He can do it again for you. Because that builds your faith and confidence in God. And you need to thank God for His faithfulness in the past, and thank God in advance for what He's going to do in your life. To live a transformed life, you need to keep reminding yourself of God's faithfulness. Now I want to hear from you. How has God intervened in your life unexpectedly or as an answer to your prayers? Just leave your testimonies in the box below because we want to hear what happened. And if this is your first visit here, you need to get my free self-assessment guide. And to do that, just subscribe to my weekly email newsletter by filling out the subscription form. And you know where it is. It's always right there. And I'll talk to you again next week. But this week, remind yourself of how faithful God has been to you.